Hey, how are we all doing? Thank you for joining me. I just want to check something. Have we swept that level yet? Let me put this. I want to outline this level. How are we all doing? Thank you very much for joining me for another day. We've still not swept it. I'm looking for a sweep of that early August early August low. If it can just come and do it real quick, that'd be great. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, people. It's great to see you all. What do you think is going to happen in the markets today? We've got an interesting day. John Brown, GM, Gaza, afternoon. Love the music intro. Yes, Gaza. Quite funky. Made by Safer Crypto himself. PJ says hello. Hello to you. Thank you very much for joining me. Do make sure, drop a big like on the stream if you haven't. Let's get the likes going. Let's get the let's get the likes going. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Bitcoin. We've obviously fell off again this morning to the downside. We keep tumbling down lower and lower, don't we? Cannot seem to get any market momentum, really. Hello, Delanium. Yeah, you guys let me know what you think is going to happen in the market now. Do you think we're going to get a full sweep? Do you think we're going lower? Do you think maybe this is it? What do you think? I'm unsure whether to just go in now, to be honest. I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to leave my limit where it is. But I'm kind of unsure whether to just move this up a bit. Maybe like for like a proper, just really close sweep of the. Why is that not doing that? Why is that not doing it? Right, I'm gone. Why is that not moving on? Why is it not just changing? Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking in the markets. Let me know what you think is going to happen. We'll leave it for now. We'll just leave it where it is. That's probably a sign for me not to mess with it. Good afternoon. It's looking bearish. I'll probably wait to see if there are cuts. If not, I'm getting into cash quick. There won't be any cuts today because there is no Fed meeting today, PJ. There's no Fed meeting today. It is just Powell speaking on his own at the Jackson Hole event. So no Fed meeting. There's no emergency Fed meeting or anything. It is literally just Powell speaking. So it would be very strange for him just to come and announce a cut out like that without obviously holding a meeting with the board members. So yeah, I can't see it myself. Doesn't mean to say it's not coming, but yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it myself. We have the Fed meeting in just under a month. So yeah, we'll see anyway. We will see. Hello, Nick. Do make sure you drop a big like on the stream if you haven't. Jackson Hole, yeah. Jackson Hole. I hope he's prepared for Powell to speak. Seeing some funny stuff about all this. I want Bitcoin to bounce, so it probably won't, says Gaza. Never lose hope, mate. Oh, I see. Well, I'll have to see what he says then. Yeah, so he's speaking in an hour and 40 minutes. He starts. I'm thinking maybe the market might. I don't know. I'm kind of in two minds on what the market might do for me. I'm in the mind of maybe the market front runs what he's saying. That he maybe like the market has sold off obviously so much. Does the market kind of front run? Does the market front run what he's saying? I think I might just enter the long now, to be honest. Let's just get one out the order book. Please don't follow me on this. Let's take it down a notch. I need to cancel them. Let me give it a refresh. Yeah, I might just enter along now, to be honest. I'm thinking about it. What is going on here? What is going on? Why? I don't have any open orders. I've cancelled them. I'm trying to cancel it. What the hell is going on here? Alright, so I can't cancel that. What is going on here? Maybe it's a sign that I should just leave it alone. Maybe it's a sign I should just leave it alone. But what I'm worried about is if this goes down, will this even trigger now? Because apparently the margin's back in the account, so I have no idea what's going on. Hang on. Just let me just let me refresh this because I have no idea what is happening. Is this happening with anyone else? Is this happening with anyone else on BLOFIN? What is going on? Like, my margin's in the account and I've actually cancelled it, but it's not cancelling off. So I can't even, can I even open one? What is going on? What is going on? It's back. Are you joking me? Oh well, just had to go in with that. Brilliant. There we go. Well, I've gone in anyway. That's probably not a good idea, but right. Anyway, we will continue onwards. Afternoon. First time here. TMG look different. I'm not TMG. I am Stonksy. I run the Stonksy show. I run the Stonksy channel. I'm not TMG. TMG owns Stonksy. But yeah, sorry to disappoint you. I'm not TMG. But yeah, I do work for TMG. So thank you very much for joining. If you are new here, please do make sure you drop a subscribe. Make sure you drop a sub if you are new here. Hi Stonksy. Well, thank you very much for joining Trading for Life. And if you haven't already, please do go drop a like on the stream. We're currently at 7 likes, so I think we can do a bit better than that, can't we? So let's try and get these likes up, people. Let's try and get these likes up. We're at 7 likes. I'm sure we can get that up towards, at least, let's task you 20. You know, let's get 2/3 of the viewers liking the stream. That would be fantastic. And obviously I would be very, very appreciative of that. So yeah, please do drop me a like. And we'll see what happens with this trade from here on out. I'm interested to see, did we sweep that low on, have we put that low on any? No, we haven't. Well, we'll soon see if that was a good or bad idea. Either way, we're in. Thank you very much, Trading. It's great to see you. We will have a guest coming on in roughly 5 minutes' time. Anyway, Wiz, obviously, the regular viewers of the channel know him, but if you aren't a regular viewer, then yeah, Wizard of Alt, fantastic guy. He will be joining us shortly to come on and obviously discuss the market. We tend to look at some stocks as well while he's on. And of course, we will be watching the market reaction for US Open. And then we will be staying on for the first 15-20 minutes of Jackson Hole to see how the market reacts. So yeah, it should be a real fun stream. I will get the poll out as well. Let me get the poll out. So make sure you do drop your voting. Let me get that in there. There we go. So yeah, get your voting. Let me know what you think is going to happen on US Open. I'm keen to know. Yeah, Wizard's superb guy. So he'll be joining us very shortly. And yeah, we've got an interesting stream today. Obviously, Bitcoin is at an interesting point. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on Bitcoin and the market. Do you think we're close to a bottom? Do you think maybe we have more down to go? Do you think maybe we are going to pump after Powell stopped speaking, maybe before, considering we've been selling off for just over a week prior. It's going to be very interesting to see how the market reacts. What was my entry again? I can't remember. Just shy of 112. So we'll see how that goes anyway, won't we? We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm keen to see what happens from here. Obviously, a very interesting junction for the price. And of course, ETH itself is still outperforming Bitcoin, even though we've took a dive. It's still up very ever so slightly on the day, and is obviously outperforming it in terms of ETH Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, ETH is still the stronger asset, but obviously the rest of the market will benefit greatly from Bitcoin getting some strength. But yeah, let me know. Of course, to those of you in the chat that are maybe new viewers, so such as you trading for life and anyone else, anyone a new viewer, do you guys know what Stonksy is? Do you know what the indicator is that is on my screen at the moment? Let me know. If you don't, then I will give a full run through. If you do, then superb. I might just give a full run through anyway. But yeah, let me know in the chat. I'm keen to know. Do you guys know what Stonksy is? Have you seen it before? Obviously, if you're a keen watcher of TMG, I assume maybe you've already seen it. But if not, we'll have a full run through. We are getting closer oversold on the RSI, on the hourly. We should move up to sideways intraday, hopefully. I mean, yeah, I think the fact that we've swept yesterday's low, I mean, it just depends on it, because we are just constantly having bounces and then they're being sold into. But we've swept yesterday's low. We've still not swept the earlier August low, but, you know, could that be kind of like a little bit of psyops and a bit of, you know, leaving bids unfilled? Because I think obviously maybe people are waiting, like myself. I had a bid set down here. Maybe people are waiting for the sweep of that, maybe, you know, to cause kind of like a bear trap and then maybe run it up higher. Could we maybe front run that? You've seen TMG mention it. Yeah, so Stonksy is obviously owned by TMG. But it is the indicator that you see on the screen in front of you. So we did catch, obviously, the big move up, the big moves down, particularly, obviously, this is the 1 hour we're looking at. Another fantastic time frame for trading Stonksy is the 5 minute. It is the indicator that you see. So the parts of Stonksy are the background color change. So this background that changes obviously from red to green. Obviously the white is a no trade zone. The bullish and bearish icons here. So you see the red arrows, the green arrows, they are bullish and bearish indications. And we also have the channels. So the Stonksy channels here. And of course it plots SR automatically as well. So it automatically plots SR lines. Now these are for major and minor. You can obviously customize them, have which ones on that you want. You also do get oscillator access. So this is the oscillator. I've just filmed a video on the oscillator today, actually. But yeah, you do get all this, depending on obviously the plan that you pick. We also have a Stonksy Discord. So it's a privately closed Discord, obviously only for users. And of course, you do get access to the bots. We run trading bots on BLOFIN too. So I'll just run through the plans for anyone who maybe is interested in signing up. We have lifetime, annual, monthly, and Stonksy Oscillator. Now, the lifetime and annual ones, they are currently discounted by 35%. So we've got 35% off them. So for a year's access, it comes in at just under £650. So that's for an entire year, and you get access to everything. You get full indicator, oscillator, Discord, and bot access to all that. Obviously, lifetime is how it suggests. It is full access forever. Stonksy is yours forever. The monthly one is access to obviously the same as these, but on a monthly rolling plan. You can get 20% off that as well by using code BOT20. These are automatically applied for lifetime and annual, but you can get 20% off your first month of this one. And the oscillator only. So that is, as you'd suggest, you just get access to the oscillator, which is down here, and the Discord server. So they are the different plans. But yeah, we are running a big offer, obviously on the lifetime and annual, 35% off each of these. But yeah, it'd be great to see, obviously, you guys come over. If you do have anyone that's, you know, new to seeing Stonksy, if you do have any questions, drop them into the chat and I will get to them. Do you always have guests on? So I have a guest on every Wednesday. That is Save with Crypto. If you've not seen him before, great guy. He comes on every Wednesday. Wiz, who's coming on today, he comes on spontaneously. So obviously today he's coming on a Friday. I think he was on last Friday as well, actually. But Wiz has typically been coming on once a week, most weeks. But the days vary for Wiz. And of course, we are getting some movement there on Bitcoin. There we go. Oof. Oh, let's get in on this action. Let's get in on this. Let's get in on this. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I would have got filled there, wouldn't I, if I'd have left that? So that's just the alert. You can that sound that you can hear is alerts. I don't know why it makes that sound. And then I do have SMFC. So SMFC is the dev who works on Stonksy. So he does all, you know, the dev work on Stonksy, the updates, the upgrades, all that jazz. So yeah, he's come on. He comes on spontaneously as well, but he's been on the last 2 weeks. But yeah, there we go. What we want to see now is a look at that. I would have actually got filled there had I not been too impatient. I would have actually got filled at my buy order, which is annoying, but. You know, if we end up reversing, it won't matter that much. Yeah, I should have not messed with it. But yeah, there we go. That's a lesson in itself. So yeah, we do have guests on regularly. What's the win rate with stocks? It depends on what you're looking at. Trading for life depends what you're looking at. Depends what feature you're looking at. I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't just leave that limit order at the bottom there. As we see, that would have triggered. So yeah, big lesson in there, obviously, is don't get too impatient and obviously just leave things alone. Yeah, we'll see what happens from here on out. Obviously, we would like it ideally to reverse from here, given that we've taken out the previous low of this month, as we can see there. But it is obviously in a bit of a dangerous situation now, given that it's broken below. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed. I am annoyed at myself for that, because that is annoying. I should have just left it alone. But we'll see what happens from here on out. Would have had a much better entry, wouldn't have been in a loss. But yeah, if we go from here, it's all good. That's a nice bullish candle. To be fair, depending on how this hourly closes, this could be maybe the liquidation. This might, you know, depending on how this hourly closes, maybe this is finally the liquidation. We haven't had like that was a strong aggressive move, that wasn't it? It went down pretty ferociously. I'm going to be if that ends up being the bottom, I'm going to be happy and sad at the same time, because I would have literally nearly bottom tipped it, unless it starts going lower, which then it doesn't really matter at all. That guest on a Wednesday is a bit weird. Guest on a Wednesday is a legend. I've lost so much money these last couple of weeks. God damn. Short video guru, head up, mate. Head up. It happens, doesn't it? It happens. Head up. Chin up, mate. Put your chin up. It happens. You'll bounce back. We always do. It's part of trading, and the win, you take the rough with the smooth, the peaks and troughs. But yeah, it has been a very aggressive sell-off. 111.1 liquidity is hot. I think the downside liquidity has just been hot for the past 8 days, hasn't it? I've watched some of the videos on the channel, but first time watching live. Well, that is great to have you come over. Thank you very much for jumping in. Ooh, and look who it is. Hello, Wizard.
Hello. How are we, Dave?
Very well. We're just in the middle of watching that very fast Bitcoin drop that we just got?
I've not even looked.
Yeah,
is it 111? Ooh.
I think maybe this could be the liquidation.
Ooh, potentially so. That's interesting.
Something I've been pondering is because we've been selling off so aggressively into Jackson Hole, could we perhaps start the reversal into it? Again, do not take that as financial advice. Nothing is financial advice, just an idea of mine. But
brutal.
something I've been. It's took the previous low of this month now, but something I've been pondering. Look at this, Wiz. Are you looking at the stream? So So I put a bid on before. Look where the bid was, and I got a bit impatient and just thought, F it, I'm going to go in. And look at that. Look at where it came. I don't know why it's still there. It's like it's just not disappearing. I just couldn't get rid of it. But look at that. Look at the entry I would have had.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
So annoying. Well, yeah, beautiful if it goes up for me. If it carries on going down, it don't really matter.
That's very true. That's very true. But I mean, at 111, even if you sort of go down there, depending on sort of what leverage you're on, even 111, like I don't want to say I don't think it'll go lower, but I mean 111, when you look at sort of the grand scheme of things, is actually a pretty good entry.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I would have had a better entry, but the difference in $300, if we end up reversing from around this area, it won't really matter in a couple of days' time.
Link's taking a battering. Everything's taking a battering, isn't it?
Yeah, which it has got me thinking. Like, is the potential there to maybe start the reversal into? I mean, the S&P has been fine. Like, it just seems to be Bitcoin selling off. Like, the S&P has actually gone up, obviously, in futures hours this morning and throughout today. It's just like this incredible weakness from Bitcoin. Now, obviously, there is a lot of Bitcoin selling going on and movement into ETH. But at the same time, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because whoever's selling all this Bitcoin to move into ETH is great, but they're also holding the ETH price down. They need Bitcoin to go back up if they want ETH, to obviously start going back up. Same here. Taking down already, need a bounce. Well, let's see. I mean, this has the potential. Again, I'm not saying it is, but it has the potential. That has the potential to be the liquidation, because we took out the previous low. We're obviously in daily demand now. So really, I mean, we do need a bounce from here. There's no two ways about it. This is the area where it needs to bounce.
So, I've not looked at any charts. Like I say, I've been away, but that's so annoying. I had the chart marked out with silver, and silver's literally just done a big liquidation wick into where I would have gone in. But I mean, I'm quite happy. I'm not in anything. The S&P, I've got a theory behind the S&P, and actually,
we are starting now, though. We are starting to back up. Oh man, if I would have bottom ticked it there, I'm going to be so pissed. Look at that. Look at that where it was. I don't know why it just won't go. It won't disappear. It's like taunting me. It's literally taunting me.
I don't know. Part of me just doesn't think that that's the liquidation wick.
No, maybe not. I'm maybe just thinking about it too, like, too like psychological of like, we've sold off for 8 days into Jackson Hole. Maybe we're going to fuck everyone over and start the reversal early, which would fuck everyone over, to be fair, because everyone's expecting just absolute chaos once Powell starts speaking. It would just be so funny if they just absolutely bazookaed it to the upside.
That would be quite good. But I think, to be honest, looking at all the macro stuff, it's not in a particularly good place, and I can't imagine Powell's going to be particularly complimentary about the state of things. So whether it's overdone, I don't know, but that is a mad liquidation wick. Either way, I might actually.
And that's what that kind. Let me see on the 1 hour. I've not really looked at it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if this hourly candle somehow closes green, that is kind of what you want to look for at a bottom. It's just a big dirty wick to the downside, and obviously the candle closed with a big, massive bottom wick. That is obviously what you want to see when a bottom is formed. It's just a big liquidation. And we are pushing back up. So, yeah. Oh, man, I'm so pissed. I'm so annoyed with myself. I mean, look at that. Yeah, come on. Here we go. Here we go.
I've said a little long on ETH.
If that proves to be the liquidation, you can all remember that I gave you the bottom. You all see my limit order before that actually happened. Even though I didn't take it myself, I still had it there. But yeah, Wiz, how are you, mate? It's great to have you on.
All right. I'm all right, thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's bit tired today, but yeah, pretty good. I've not really been doing much in the market, so I'm sort of sitting quite pretty.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit excited because this hourly candle is forming very nicely for what looks like a potential liquidation wick. If this hourly candle closes green, then and we still go down from there, then I really just don't know what's going on. Like,
yeah.
Trading for life. Who is the best trader you work with, Stonksy? So there is a trader in, obviously, for those of you that follow Jordan, you'll know about Crypto Saving Expert. There is a trader in there, professional trader, who teaches people how to trade, called Block Pro. By far, I mean, he's just an absolute legend. He is superb. The guy was basically just born with a gift, really, on how to trade markets. Absolute animal. So yeah, I'd probably say him. There is definitely a good handful of others. Obviously, Wiz is incredible at stocks and crypto, but you know, in terms of stocks, I don't know anyone that's better in stocks than Wiz. So
Dave, no need to flirt.
I know you've got hard on. You've got a dirty hard on. PJ says, yeah, but growth equities have been down. Equity is up because of value stocks. Yeah, I mean, number go up and we're all happy. Bitcoin is beginning to heal. I mean, we've liquidated something I've been looking for. I said it into in the Stonksy Discord this morning. Was I was looking for this early August wick to be taken out, which obviously was put in on the 3rd of August before we began the rally to all-time high. I was looking for that to be took out because obviously that is where liquidity was resting. And obviously just a big build-up of liquidity over the past few days of obviously people, myself included, you know, trying to long it before that.
Getting wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like a really nice hour. Oh, hang on, what have we done there? It's looking like a really nice hourly candle. That I must admit, that is looking juicy. And I mean, yeah, my entry's not too bad now. Oh, man, that's going to haunt me. That. But yeah, I mean, was that the bottom? Who knows? Well, we'll soon see. I think obviously it will tell because there's been a lot of nervousness around Jackson Hole, and I personally don't understand why, because Powell doesn't really say anything. He says a lot of everything and a lot of nothing at the same time. I mean, I suppose it's the tone, isn't it? It's the tone of, is he going to be hawkish or dovish? Anyone thinking he's going to come out and say we're doing rate cuts or we're definitely not doing rate cuts, he's most likely not going to do that because that's not how Powell works. But what we can see is obviously the probability of a rate cut in September has plummeted over the past few days. Let me just refresh this. So we are obviously at 71.5%, which is good. You know, it's obviously still the large majority. But, you know, before PPI last week, this was at 90. I think it was at 95%. So obviously that's took a big hit. But yeah, what do you think, Wiz? What are your kind of thoughts? Obviously, you're a really good macro guy. What are your kind of looking out on it? Look at that candle on Bitcoin. Oh, come on. That is so...
Dave, calm down.
That is... honestly, it feels like... It's weird, isn't it? Because we've not actually gone that down. I think we've gone about 10% down on Bitcoin. But because we've just basically just sold off for 8 days straight, we're kind of just deprived on any sort of actual bounce. Go on, carry on.
I longed at ETH when we were down there.
Did you?
It was like 4,222.
Oh, yes.
So I have had not a very big one, but it's enough to get.
I'm holding on to this position now. This is liquidation or glory now. I'm just
I
gonna
have
hold
also
on.
had a pop at Sol. I had a pop at Sol at 178.05, and my ETH was 4226. But both of those are 500x.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
the only way
I'm
I'd like to trade now is
uh,
balls to the
I'm
walls.
yeah. I'm currently on 65. That's 65.70 is what I've gone up to, which for me,
You're a changed man. I was going to say
yeah,
you
it's
used to be like a little 2x.
I used to be a very conservative guy, like 2, 3, 4, 5x, maybe 10x if I
Is
was.
this a stream account though, or is this your personal?
Well, this is this is a different stream account.
Not the one you blew up.
No. This is a different one. So I loaded this.
Oh,
I loaded this today because what I was doing, that stream account I was doing, it was basically a BLOFIN account of Stonksy. It had like a couple of grand in the bot, obviously trading the bot, and I was just using the leftover capital to stream with. But I thought I'm just gonna like get a fresh one, start again, so I don't, potentially start losing my head and start blowing up most of the account. So I thought I'll just start again. I can't remember how much I started with in this one. But yeah, we're up nicely so far. So let's go. Let's send it back to 118k, and I can bloody get a big hard on. God, I'm gonna get banned on YouTube one day, aren't we?
You love it.
Oh, can you imagine the scenes now? We're all laughing and joking here. US market opens and it just tanks it again. Imagine.
I'm gonna take some profits.
I'm leaving it open. I'm not. I'm not doing that. I've got 40 viewers.
I'm up just shy of. I think my ROI. It was only a small position, but my ROI I think is like 280% now.
Yeah. Please do make sure you drop a big like on the stream if you haven't. I don't know why you haven't, so please do. And of course, do vote in the poll. There's a poll in the chat for what you think is going to happen on US Open. Get your votes in. We've got 37 people watching. We've got 12 likes. Come on, this is pitiful. This is shocking. Awful performance by you guys. There's 13 likes with 37 viewers. Come on, let's get them likes up at least to 25.
Oh, this is monster ripping now, isn't it?
Yeah, this is looking like it's coming after shorts now. It's absolutely tore longs a new arsehole this week, but it's looking like that's. I'm not saying it. But it's looking juicy. It's looking juicy. Oh man, I'm just dreaming of that entry that I would have had. But also, if I'd have missed it, then I would have been so pissed. But yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Again, let's not get too cocky because the hourly candle is still not closed, and we do have US Open in 40 minutes. So let's not get too cocky now. But it's looking promising. You've got to say it's looking promising. We haven't had if you look back, we haven't really had a candle like this on all these kind of bottoms. Local bottoms that we've had. We had one here. That's a similar looking one. But we are at a really key level now. That was all the way up at 117k. We're down in the pits of 111, 112 now. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Let me check the likes. 18, good going. Come on, up, higher. On the price and the likes, please. Thunder says 500x on Bitcoin. Lol. Yeah, that's crazy. You're a legend, Wiz. 255% up. Oh, is that? Oh, you as well, Thunder. Oh, nice. Well done. Pranav says, sorry, mate, just liked. What a candle this is. It's looking juicy, isn't it? It's looking nice. Justin, how we doing? Great to see you, mate. Thanks for jumping in. Justin, do you think that might have been the bottom? Do you think that was maybe the liquidation wick? Let us know your thoughts. Obviously, it'd be great to hear. But yeah, right, come on, Wiz, let's carry on. So
yeah, what were we talking about? I've got a list of things that I've been looking at this week.
What's been taking your attention? Go on, hit us with it.
So what have I been looking at? So I was actually doing a little bit. So I obviously as I've spoken to you and Justin about, I've been building a low leverage short position on some of the Mag 7, particularly Nvidia.
Mm-hmm.
the more I look at the Nvidia chart. If you get the Nvidia chart up on
let's load it.
I'd say the daily.
Yeah.
It feels like we're nearing distribution.
Yeah.
Like the more I look at it on that sort of daily, and I've got a little bit of a thesis now that I think we're having so many of these drops. It feels to me like almost a lot of the institutions are selling, driving the price down, buying up a little bit more to cover the upside, and then just letting retail buy them out, drive the price up, and it just feels like a rinse and repeat pattern. And it's getting people excited that Nvidia's bouncing back, because like some of the candles are just like, the candle from Wednesday is just ridiculous on Nvidia, like the daily candle. The daily candle on Wednesday is just nuts, like to get that. And then you go all the way back and you look at the candle from Friday the 1st of August. Like, they're not normal candles.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it feels like we're approaching that stage. Like, so that candle on the 1st, and then the candle the other day. It feels like this is beginning to top out. And obviously, it's a big week next week for them because they've got earnings next week, and that'll be a big barometer for the whole market. But the exposure that this thing has to the S&P, I think it's like 8% of the S&P 500.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of like this. So I used to study like obviously market structure a lot and stuff, and it looks obviously on a high time frame like this. So this is obviously one of the Wyckoff schematics. You obviously have up thrust, markup, distribution, and then you get something sometimes called a UTAD, which is up thrust after distribution. So if you look at that chart there, it looks very similar. To me, it looks like this is potentially the UTAD. So we've obviously had, macro distribution here. Then you get the up thrust, which obviously traps people. And like you say, gets people euphoric and where, kind of the funds can unload at a higher price. And then, of course, potentially what happens from there is after the UTAD, you drop back into the range, which obviously on NVIDIA, if you look at it, would be kind of like back below like 154, 155-ish, obviously back into where it traded for the best part of a year, from June last year to June this year. And then obviously then it would re-enter the range, distribute back down and then eventually break below. And then obviously then begin like the markdown. So if you look at something like that, and then you look at obviously the Wyckoff schematic, it looks very similar at the moment. Looks very similar. Yeah.
Do you want actually, if I share my screen, I can show you my latest new toy that I am absolutely loving, and see what this says. Can you see my screen?
I can put you on, right? You are live and direct.
I have now got. I have bit of bullet, and I have got Perplexity Comet, and I'm still trying to work out some of the nice prompts. But you get this tab here that basically you can do whatever you want. So it's behind your face, but I've just put, look at the chart on the screen for NVIDIA. Compare this to the Wyckoff distribution.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Hang on. Wait there. I can move myself.
And provide some commentary on where we may be at. I've not actually tried this prompt on it, so it may be.
There we go. I've moved myself, so I'm now above you, so we can see that.
I've been having a lot of fun with this. It's basically you can just ask it in this tab to look at what's on the screen, and it can do stuff for you. So
it's like an AI assistant sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it says assistant.
So based on the initial pattern, NVIDIA appears to be beyond the initial top in the latter part of distribution, possibly phase D. If the pattern completes, expect further weakness and a possible markdown phase E, where downside accelerates as institutional support is withdrawn. Yeah, I really like it. Like I've started playing around with sort of what prompts to use, but it works quite well with stocks. So what I've been doing as part of my screening. So think of a stock, Dave.
Let's have a look at Palantir.
Right. So if we get Palantir chart up, so So I've been using this as like some of my screening.
Yeah.
And so it can identify that. It can do stuff on charts as well. But so type this in and you get all of the financial highlights. Come up here, rule of 40, competitive market position, how much government business, and then it compares its valuation and growth rate to its peers.
Oh man, yeah, that is super. So you have to pay for this, yeah?
I applied for beta access on it. I want to say like 3 months ago, and then I just got an email out of the blue saying like, would you like to try Comet? Like, we've added it to your subscription. And I was like, yeah. Go on then. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm trying to think what else. This is one thing I quite like it how it does. So say if we go to the Crypto Saving Expert page, if I get this news article up, I can just go. So I can just be really lazy and not actually read anything.
That is
So this is my new toy. I'm sort of learning how to properly use it. But going back to
that is so good.
You can ask it to do emails. I'm not going to do emails on stream, but like you can ask it to delete emails or like gather up all the junk emails and delete them. If we go into Bitcoin, and I have to be careful which chart I get here because I've got on this setup, I've got our man Justin's predictions, and I can't wait to see how accurate they play out, but I don't want to share them on stream. Move that stupid toolbar out of the way. So you can say, so look at the chart and highlight key long-term SR and other key zones.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And so
and that, and where it said obviously support level, that is, mid support. That's currently where we're at right now. That mid support that it's highlighted.
I don't know if this works yet because I think TradingView is not. Does it let? Because it did it the other day. It applied some indicators for me, so like I'm not touching anything.
Whoa.
It is a bit stupid. Like it still does like some stuff wrong, but it's so
what is it doing now?
So it's trying to draw some horizontal lines on the Bitcoin chart. I don't know how successfully it's doing because the issue is on the web view is there's certain like limitations, so some of the shortcuts don't work.
Yeah. That is fantastic though, isn't it, really? Like this is the future of trading. This is the future of trading, just being able to have an AI agent basically just do everything for you.
So I've not actually tested it like this. Oh yeah, so it can't access it. So it can't. That's the one thing on the web app. So it can't draw on, which is really annoying.
Right.
Because of the way. But it's so that was a bit of a waste of time. But it's pulled that tool out. But it's basically just told me it's told me exactly where to draw the lines.
Yeah. So if you went on like the actual app, the TradingView app, would it do it on that then?
No, because it's a browser. So I'm hoping at some point, and I think you'll see more websites lean into it, is like allowing the capability for it to act. But it's pretty nifty actually. So what else have I been doing? So say like if I go on, and this is quite a good risk management thing. So say like if I want to take a long on Bitcoin from here, and we'll say we want to run it to there. I can just go. So you can just ask it to calculate your trade size.
Mm.
So it's a bit stupid yet, still. So it's still
beta, isn't it?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's still in beta, so you're not going to expect it to be 100% thing. But can you imagine this thing in like another year, in another year's time?
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be completely different level. Like it was only just over a year ago before AI couldn't even really like generate hands or anything. Like the hands would be all weird and stuff, but now like they're just completely perfect. So
it worked the other day when I did it. Perhaps it's just this this background, but
I'm gonna do it dead quick, Wiz, because I'm bursting before we get US Open in 20 minutes or so. I won't be a sec.
Okay, I will run through some stocks then. Or is there any crypto that people want to look at? That was a peach of an entry. Absolute peach of an entry. That was, so as I said to Dave, I went long. I had a long order for Ethereum in on Wednesday, and my entry was 40.70. As we see, it clipped in and boom. I've since closed half of the trade and we'll be looking sort of lower. But what's this? XLM. I don't think I've really looked at this. Have we got? Oh, I actually have something charted on this. I've got a short position. That would have taken me out. Let's have a look. Oh, that is horrendous. I'd be potentially looking for a bounce around here. But in all honesty, I wouldn't really want to go near this, especially with this big fair value gap down here. So it depends how you're trading it, but I wouldn't buy. It's not one for me. I've got some really mad tickers. I was chatting to Dave about this one. This one keeps going up. This one's even higher. This one's even higher than when I sent it to Dave and Justin yesterday. don't really know what on earth this is.
That may have been the longest wait I've had in ages.
Yeah, I was just saying.
It's never ended.
I was just saying, Dave. Do you remember I sent you and Justin this the other day?
Yes.
It's still going up.
The thing is with them, like, you just don't even want to touch them, do you? Because they're just mental.
Oh, I've had this on my list to chart for ages, and that's monster ripping. I've got this. I've found out I had a load of this in my portfolio.
Oh, nice.
And that's doing quite well. That's a beautiful chart, isn't it? Up there, down, bounce up there.
Yeah.
Just look at how badly that's been beaten up. Could you imagine the U shape on that if that actually goes up to there?
Where did you find it? Just like in an exchange account, or? Yeah,
it was in my KuCoin. I'd had like a DCA running on it. Like I've got on KuCoin, I've got, I reckon probably there's like, I want to say like 40 tokens that I've just had like a few dollars a day DCA running on them for, I want to say like three or 4 months now. I just set a DCA on stuff, and just any trading money I make, I just funnel into that account. I've got some right rubbish on here charted up. What else have I got that's rubbish? I mean, BNB is pretty rubbish, but we won't get into that one. That's just stupid. Aero. I'm so gutted. Like, I still hold a decent spot bag of this, but like, I had a long position at 27 cents, and I took all my profits out up here at 80 cents.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about buying that, weren't we? Like, I think when we was looking at it, I think it was like 40 cents or something.
What other rubbish have I got on here? Yeah, because I charted a load of stuff up for videos. This moves pretty well, Dave, actually. Like, if you want something that's relatively fun to trade on, like low leverage, just look at the way this literally just moves in a range. Someone's just propping this up around this level.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as it gets anywhere near this green box, right, chances are, not financial advice, but if you long it when it gets into this green box, when it goes below, and just set your sell orders around here. I mean,
just play the
repeat.
Don't you? Yeah.
Adder, I quite like Adder. That's quite a nice chart.
Yeah, Adder's been moving quite interesting in it, like, because I think Adder's fascinating because it still just doesn't do anything. But
the institutions love it.
Yeah, it still moves very well in the market. I've not looked at that in ages.
I've got a load of stuff that I put on to like do some video stuff on. Rect is mad.
The AI in like crypto has really like just died off, and it really like there's no real talk of AI anymore in crypto.
Oh, this one. I think we spoke about this before. I was chatting to someone about it because I said like the candles are just dodgy, and they were like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Look at that, right? Does that pattern there remind you of any? I want to say, man who likes to accumulate Bitcoin. Like whenever he used to buy off the charts, that looks
standard strategy.
That is just the most. Pattern. Yeah, and this one actually is pretty good. Like, because I just mapped out a load of stuff for some videos on X, and this just literally just moves in a range, and then once it gained this, it just shot up. But this feels like it's. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what, Dave. Final one. this piece of rubbish. Because I saw that their CEO resigned.
Most altcoins now, just like this piece of shit right here.
Their CEO resigned. There's a chart that I have my position on actually, because I'm in a short position on this somewhere.
Because that ran all the way up right into daily resistance, didn't it?
Yeah, I've got way too much shit on here. Yeah. So this is so I'm short on this, and I was saying to someone else like how to identify like dodgy like manipulation, and like that it has to be like one of the most manipulated big buy, walk up, roll over. But we had this mapped out. I remember chatting to you. We had this like it gets into this zone here, just start shorting it because you either invalidate if you go above here.
Yeah.
But you just got, and then someone's propping it up here because I read that this thing's making $20 a day, and it's valued at like $5 billion.
That's the case for so many things across crypto, isn't it? But the thing is, that will probably just take time to roll over, and then once it rolls over from there, the massacre will like be on then.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. XMR, I had a little pop at this. So I took some profits on this because what did I look at? I had a look at this retest that we saw in April. So I put a spot bid order in for around here. Yeah, 235. I started cutting some of it at 280, but like this thing's cooked. I still like it. I like what they do, but I mean the authorities have a huge amount of supply, and it's got a 51% attack on it. So
I think that's. I mean, you look at it on the weekly, and it waited about 3 years to have that run. So it's kind of probably over for it now.
There's nothing that catches my eye.
We'll get some other Dino coin that eventually runs, probably like something like Litecoin. I think Litecoin is one to watch because if we do get kind of a nutty expansion on the crypto market, as soon as Litecoin starts hitting like them historical highs, I think that is probably where the top of the market will be.
I'll tell you what has taken a battering, Dave.
Yeah, because I asked obviously Save about his position with this, and he said he only got a small one now, because we pulled it up on Wednesday when I asked him about it. That's been absolutely battered, hasn't it?
Yeah, I closed a trade that I had because I had this liquidity zone marked out.
Yeah,
and it came in here it came into that liquidity zone on results day before the market. So they announced after, and obviously they missed earnings and highlighted some key worries. So I sold quite a big chunk here. I thought this was, but I didn't expect this sell-off to be as brutal as it was.
Yeah, well, it's kind of reminiscent of Circle, isn't it? Because obviously they both, very similar. Both had massive runs after IPO, and as you can see, you look at the Circle chart now. It's very like close to re-entering that origin of the push up. That kind of $120 to $100 zone where it looks like obviously CoreWeave is kind of doing the same. So could we see like CoreWeave down to what is it, about $40-$50 or something? CoreWeave's like kind of next block down.
A little bit higher. Let me get my chart back.
But I mean that I've been waiting. How long we've been waiting for that zone on Circle? So long. Yeah. Still maybe.
So you'd be looking like that.
Yeah, a little bit more down to go yet, but it's slowly
getting that gap and that gap.
Yeah, it just takes time, doesn't it? It just takes time to come through.
I must admit, I quite like Circle. This bullish had a good day yesterday.
Yeah, because that got battered.
Yeah, that thing's dead as a dodo. What else is on my list?
But I'm very interested in Circle if it comes back into that.
I like Circle. I've got this zone marked out. I must admit, I started having a few bids in here.
Yeah.
Just spot and leverage spot. I like Coinbase as well, but I like Coinbase down here. but I don't know where they'll give it. I did on this chart actually highlight an interesting level. It's right in the middle of this FVG is their IPO price.
Right.
And part of me thinks, whilst you may expect this to get filled, whether the IPO price will be defended.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be like a level of attraction for it, couldn't it?
What else have I got? Chipotle. I'm waiting for that to crap the bed. I'm short on this as well. I like this at 280. Don't really know what it does, but it looks like garbage. This thing I think is undervalued. Duolingo. Oh, I have this thing. This thing moves so beautifully with levels. Like I mapped this out for someone the other day, and it is literally just like ping pong. Also garbage though. There's just nothing I want. I look at the market, right, Dave, and there is absolutely like I can't name anything I actually want to sort of buy and hold from a stock perspective, and I can't name anything that's actually really catching. Like, look at that. Look at the state of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you just.
I mean, I don't mess with stocks obviously anywhere near as much as you do, but my literally main focus primarily has been just waiting for Circle to get back down into that level, which is slowly.
This thing's not.
Once that gets.
This thing's not pushed on.
No, I did buy some of that and then I got rid of it. But I think the thing with that is it's pure patience in it. You just need to wait and you need to wait and you need to wait. But the thing that worries me with that is it's just never moved like when Bitcoin's moved. So like, what is it?
It's what's the catalyst for it?
Yeah, what is it going to take? Is it going to take like them to start just buying infinite amount of Bitcoin like strategy or what? Like, it's weird because it is a Bitcoin stock, but it's never moved apart from obviously last cycle in tandem with other Bitcoin stocks. It's very strange.
Yeah, this is one that I've been playing around with on shorts. I like the I like a potential short on this if it got to around here again, just because I look at that and that.
Jesus Christ,
that to me screams down.
Some of these charts are just insane at this point, aren't they?
That is one of the most aggressive rollovers I've seen. I can't think of a rollover that aggressive.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Because if you go basically Tuesday the 12th down to Thursday the 12th, you're talking about a 25% pullback on a mega cap.
Yeah.
In like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's insane.
This is actually quietly moving up. I think that's about it. Figma, this thing got brutalized. When Kramer was telling people to buy it here.
Yeah, well, he did the same with Palantir, didn't he?
Yeah.
He said like
I like it at 200.
the road to 200 is on like, and it was at like 185 or something, and it just went bang.
So, I love him. I love him so much.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, he's a hero, isn't he? He is a hero. I love it. I wish that we had like a crypto version of him. I wish that we had someone where everyone just completely just loves, but also is obviously just one massive meme at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of get part of that with James Wynn.
Yeah,
he's almost like the inverse. He's almost like the inverse.
Yeah.
He's not like a public on display figure.
No, like this guy just goes on TV in front of everyone. I mean, the thing you can't say about James Wynn is that he trades on chain. Do you know what I mean? Most people don't trade on chain like these big whales where you can actually see the positions, do they? They trade on exchanges where he is like publicly doing it for whatever reason. Like we, discussed when he first, obviously all the attention was on him. Whatever reason that is, obviously we don't know. But he does just trade on chain, so it's kind of a little bit the same. But yeah, no, I don't think anyone will ever come as close to Kramer. Just an absolute legend.
He is a maverick. I'll chuck this screen back to you in a second.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I said, I don't mess with stocks as much as you. But I think, another 10, maybe if we're being greedy, 15, 20% down on Circle. And then I think that is one where I'm very interested going into obviously the back end of this year.
I'd like to see this push up still. Like that's a bit of a brutal rejection.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it at least sort of come up to here, and it's pushing up actually quite nicely. What's Bitcoin doing?
Well, I think with ETH is, I think obviously, well, with Bitcoin as well, you know, we need Bitcoin to go back up. But in terms of ETH, it's a little bit more high time frame play in it, because if you go on it on the weekly chart, we have just had like a very, very good SR test, like a very good SR test to that 4K level that we kept rejecting from. Obviously, if you look across to, did it come down? Yeah, it come down to just above 4K, didn't it? Obviously, that was in and around where we rejected a couple of times.
Straight into my bid zone.
Yeah.
40-70.
So I think ETH is kind of, you know, you're looking at the high time frame picture now. Obviously, it's had its massive rally. So now you're looking, obviously, it's had that SR test on the weekly. Obviously, we want to hold it. But then, obviously, from there, then you want it to start playing out upwards.
Yeah.
Where Bitcoin's a little bit more different. Bitcoin, obviously, you know, people would argue, you know, maybe a run back towards the current all-time high, maybe a run a little bit higher, you know, maybe 10-20% higher than that. You know, obviously people think different, but in terms of ETH, obviously it's just kind of had its really key high time frame test. So
I like ETH. I like ETH.
I think it's showing in its strength, in it. It's so strong day after day compared to Bitcoin. Like, it's
that
so
link on the weekly is nuts.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I like. Some of this stuff I don't mind trading, but like some of these mega caps I look at on the weekly, like who is buying spot for that? I don't know. Like for me, there's no risk reward on spot for this. Like, you come up to it, you're making.
It's literally just being dragged up with the rest of the market, isn't it? And that's like the same for a lot of alts. They're just being dragged along for the rest of the ride, especially if they're like a beta to ETH. So obviously Euro kind of is, because it's on base kind of.
Base.
You know, your LPO, your ARB, OP, POL, anything beta, you know, RV, comp, anything kind of beta to ETH is just being kind of dragged along for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, Neil looks really good.
What do you think? What do you think about Hype? Do you think Hype will hit like $100 before the end of the year?
You know what? I think that what they've got is pretty nuts, because they're making so much money.
Yeah, literally.
That I read somewhere that it's the most revenue generating company per employee on Earth, because it generates.
You just have like
generates something like 1 billion per. Yeah. Like generates like 1 billion per employee.
Yeah, literally. Like, I think I read it the other day, because someone said like they made like I think it was it might have been earlier in the week or last week. It was on one of the days, you know, when Bitcoin took a real big shit, and it said like in terms of like hyperliquid revenue, the revenue was like $7 million on that day, and they've got like 12 employees. Like,
and they just buy back all the tokens. It's like pure buyback. I think what you'll probably see on Hype though at some point is there's obviously a lot of people sitting on these mega airdrops that haven't sold, and I think when you see some profit taking. But one thing I've noticed about Hype is obviously they're doing a lot of these buybacks. It tends to be green on red days and red on green days.
Kind of like against the market.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that there's a lot of this where when it dips, that's when you'll start to see the team do some buybacks.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've got to drop now, Dave. But it's been a pleasure. I'll come on again next week. I'm a little tired
thank
today,
you.
But hopefully next week we have an exciting week. Don't get wrecked. Jackson Hole will be a nothing burger, all of the price action from it. That's a nuts month, isn't it? I remember that was a beautiful move. I was in Abu Dhabi for that. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, hopefully I'll come back next week with some stocks and stuff to buy, but at the minute nothing is catching my eye in the market, so it's quite a more of a relaxed time, I think. But yeah, take care.
Fingers crossed, Bitcoin and the crypto market's in a better place. Next week, if we bottom, if we're close to bottoming, maybe if we've not done it yet, maybe we're close. Hopefully we should have had a nice bounce on Bitcoin, because you look at the Bitcoin chart and them lower highs are just literally just screaming out to be ran now, aren't they? Like, they are going to get hit so hard eventually, in my opinion anyway.
Yeah. All right, take care.
Right. Cheers, mate. See you later. Bye. See you next week. Bye. And that was Wiz. So big thank you to Wiz for coming on the show. Absolute legend. So do go show Wiz some love on his Twitter, or obviously go and sub to him on his channel. You can find him on YouTube on the Wizard of Alt. So yeah, do go show him some love. On Bitcoin, yeah, we're not looking too bad. We're still holding. I mean, I think the main thing for Bitcoin here now is obviously just to kind of hold steady. Like, just hold steady. Try and not go down more. And obviously from there, maybe we could build some sort of base for a relief rally. But I think, looking obviously at it now, that looks to be, the main kind of objective here is just avoid going down more, just avoid going down more, and see if it can build a base above 112k. Yeah, very interesting. I mean, obviously that was, we had that 1 minute candle there. We then kind of rounded off, didn't we? And then that was just relentless. That's a good 10-15 candles in a row to the upside. A strong reaction. And can we get the follow through into the rest of the day? Hey, Space Cat, how we doing? Great to see you. Thunder Thunder. Yeah, we got 1 minute to go until US Open, so be excited. And we're doing really good on the likes now, so big thank you to everyone that's liked. If you haven't already, please do drop a like. But yeah, we are on, and we will obviously be staying on. Normally we go off at 3 o'clock in half an hour, but I started 15 minutes later today, so we could stay on and get kind of the opening reaction from the market to when Powell starts speaking, the first 15-20 minutes. So yeah, we will be on a little bit later than we usually are today because of obviously Powell speaking. I thought there's no point going off stream as soon as Powell starts speaking. That is just pointless, isn't it? We may as well stay on for at least see what the market does in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of him opening his mouth. But yeah, we have got US Open coming in 5 seconds. So hold on to your hats. Let's see what we get. The S&P is strong. Can we get a good push up on Bitcoin? There we go. We're open. So it's going to be an interesting day, folks. It's going to be an interesting day this time in a couple hours. Who knows where Bitcoin could be? Who knows where the market could be and what kind of price action we've had? But can we start to push up throughout the day, or are we destined to go lower? Instantly, we are getting down on open, which has been the case for the past 8 days or so. Well, obviously not 8 days because the market's closed on weekends, but since third day last week, we are pushing down initially. Pretty aggressive drop on open. Let's have a look at what ETH's doing. Yeah, ETH is pushing down, but again, ETH is staying strong. Yeah, can we make a push now? Can we make a push? There we go. We're bouncing back initially. We're getting a good bounce back from Bitcoin there after that open candle. Yes, we are open. Go, go, go. BPN, what are your thoughts, mate? BPN, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Where do you think we're going? Are you satisfied with the downside on Bitcoin now? Are you trying to play reversal, or what are you thinking, mate? I know initially you was thinking 108-ish, weren't you? Or are you thinking maybe that might be it? Are you looking for more down? Let me know. Still holding my long money. Yeah, I'm holding mine. I'm pretty satisfied with my entry, which could have been a little bit better, but I'm pretty satisfied with my entry. And if we go down, then so be it. But yeah, I'm keen. I mean, when you go and look at it on the hourly now, it's just got this. We've got this immense, just absolutely immense build-up, haven't we, of lower highs? It really is quite something. That build-up of lower highs we've got now, and that's not even all of them. You know, you zoom out, and we've got obviously more up here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lower highs on Bitcoin. Obviously, all full with stops, liquidity. Yeah, when we run it, that's obviously the golden goose question, isn't it? But yeah, I would be surprised if it, eventually you don't get took out. What was your entry? 100 and just below 112,000. I did actually have a limit order on for 111.6, which would have basically bottom ticked. It was like 111,650, so it would have actually basically nearly bottom ticked it. But I got a bit impatient at the start of the stream and just opened it at market at 112. So I would have had around about $350 lower entry than I have now. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, if we're looking for maybe a reversal, which is kind of what I'm looking for, 118k from here, if we can hold, then it doesn't really matter, does it? What about you? Where's your entry? I have that sometimes, yeah. I think because it's at such a key level, like when you're at a key level, sometimes it's about just being on board the train in it for a reversal, whether that's to the upside or the downside, not necessarily, you know, getting the perfect entry. Sometimes it's about just being on board for the next move. And again, that doesn't mean to say that we're reversing from here. We might not do. We might have lower to go. But you know, if we do reverse from here, then in a couple of days' time, you know, into next week, a couple of $100 difference might not be might not matter at all. The S&P, we are pushing up nicely after open. So come on, Bitcoin, you've got the green light there. You've not got any pressure from TradFi. And we push up. J-Dump, but only a few hours until Trump is on, so maybe pump and Trump dumps it to where we need. Yeah, we've got Powell on. Is Trump speaking today as well? What's Trump saying to Trump? What's Trump saying today? I didn't know. We do obviously have Powell in 25 minutes. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. Got Powell in 25 minutes, so let's see. 90% one day before new moon, we have dump. All right, okay. Live on TV, really? All right. Well, is he just giving a speech, or is it like for any sort of reason? Is it for like any sort of specific event, or he's just giving a speech? Yeah, we obviously have Powell on soon, so keen to see what happens there. Yeah, so far we've gone down on open. Surprise, surprise. Shock. We've gone down as the US market's open. US, yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know he was speaking today as well. I suppose he probably speaks all the time and I don't know about it. Yeah, once this Powell one's out of the way, it should be quite interesting for the market then. But let me know in the chat if you'd like me to look at anything specific. You know, Trump, there will be some story about some rubbish in there, I'm sure. Yeah, it might just work polar, mightn't it? It might just work the polar opposite. I mean, I would like to see this low protected now, ideally. I would like to see the low protected. I wouldn't want to really see it go and fill in that candle. Yeah. Can it do it? I mean, we're getting strength on the S&P. This is what I mean. Like, literally, the correlation between the two has been non-existent recently to the upside. Like, if the S&P pumps, Bitcoin does nothing or dumps. And if the S&P dumps, Bitcoin dumps. It's kind of like no correlation there at all. It's just pure Bitcoin weakness. Yeah. Interesting open so far. We're not actually that down. We're only down by about $200. So we're not too far down from where we opened just under 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon, didn't I? I spoke too soon. ETH is going up. ETH is just going up non-stop. ETH is just like going up non-stop. Like, the demand for ETH is insane. Like, Bitcoin goes down, ETH goes up. The demand for there's currently a lot of selling going on as well, for selling Bitcoin and buying ETH. There's currently a lot of that going on, which is obviously partly down to explain Bitcoin's weakness, is because large holdings are being sold off in Bitcoin, and obviously them funds being used to buy ETH, which is quite interesting. But I mean, yeah, I suppose, you could look at it and you could say, well, ETH is the better asset. Why are you not buying ETH? I don't know. I just mostly trade Bitcoin. Yeah, we got 20 minutes to go until open. I mean, have we kind of subsided now in that sell-off pressure? Is that kind of it? The US Open selling off? Getting a nice response now, aren't we? The S&P is just mooning. So hopefully Bitcoin can take some of that strength over with it. There we go. Go on. Now we go. Come on. 113K. Then 114, then 115, then 116, then 117, then 118, and then I take profit. But we do have just under 20 minutes until Powell starts speaking. So the markets are kind of making the move now, aren't they? Markets are moving in to the Powell speech. So are we kind of front running the post-speech reaction? obviously we've sold off, haven't we, for about a week now, leading into Jackson Hole. Are we kind of front running the end of the speech where inevitably he just says nothing, and then market's like, all right, okay, well, what now? Go up. This is clean rotation from ETH to Bitcoin. The dominance was dropping with Bitcoin price whilst ETH was running. Yeah, no, there is big rotations coming from Bitcoin into ETH. But I mean, while we're at ETH daily demand, we could see Bitcoin take back over now, because you've got to remember, we can't just have the R's completely fall out of Bitcoin, can we? Like, the market still needs to be propped up. Bitcoin still needs to be propped up in order for ETH and altcoins to run. Like, it's all right, obviously, money flowing out of Bitcoin into ETH, but when you need it to hold it, you know, obviously at kind of this region here where we've been testing this afternoon, you need Bitcoin to hold, because if Bitcoin dumps another 10% from here, ETH ain't going up 10%, is it? You know, ETH is still down since Bitcoin began its correction. Like, I think it went down to around 15% at the bottom, didn't it? So it still needs Bitcoin to hold up, even if there is money rotating out. You know, we still need Bitcoin to push back up a bit. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you know, there's obviously logical. You are right, crypto disciples, yeah, and there is also, you know, potential analysis there to suggest that the Bitcoin top is in. You know, there is, you know, you could look at it and say that, you know, that kind of looks like a top. Personally, I don't think it is, because there's that many people calling for a top. The large majority never normally get it, do they? It's normally like comes when most people think we're going so much higher. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin could be done, or it could just get like to 130k, maybe even 140k, and then that'd be it, and where ETH could maybe potentially double. Yeah, that's a nice push back up there. That is a nice push back up. That's what we wanted to see. Give it some room. We have 17 minutes to go until Powell starts speaking. Now, we won't be watching Powell speak, but we will obviously be looking at the market and seeing the reaction. ETH is just on a rocket ship, innit? I mean, ETH Bitcoin today is up another 1.76%. It is just on a moon mission. Still altcoins, a lot of altcoins are still in the red. We've got LDO, obviously, a strong ETH beta, following ETH there, up 5%. Aero, another ETH beta, up 4%. So ETH beta is obviously mostly running hot, and the rest of the market isn't really doing much. But Bitcoin is looking all right. It's looking all right. No top. It will seesaw between Bitcoin and ETH. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've topped just yet. I don't think we, in my personal view, and it's obviously just my personal view, that we don't have that much higher to run on Bitcoin. I think anywhere in between 130 and 140k looks like the sweet spot for me. Kind of front run 150k and send it down, while most people will be wanting that big juicy round number. And then obviously in that time, you know, ETH could double. Same, I've got eyes on 140. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of just like a front run of 150, like the fact that ETH probably, in my view anyway, not financial advice, of course, but in my view, ETH probably won't get to 10k. Like, it just obviously typically gets front run, doesn't it? So if obviously ETH starts getting up there, you know, maybe in and around 9, maybe 9.5, maybe even late 8,000s, might become the top 3. You just don't know. But normally you don't, you know, the market, obviously the big players in the market kind of front run, don't they? The expectation. ETH 8k profit takers, yeah. I mean, in itself, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I mean, if ETH gets to 8K before the end of the year, considering it was at 1.5K in April, that is a monumental achievement. That, and really, you know, like that is unbelievable. Like at 1.5K, if you said you can buy ETH in, take profit at 8K by the end of the year, you would have bit the hand off, wouldn't you? So, you know, so I would consider, even though it's not even done a 2x from last cycle, from the top to obviously the top, I would consider that a vast success considering the ETH Bitcoin weakness for the past like 3 years. But we are pushing up quite nicely. The trade is in nice profit, and yeah, we'll just be holding it. Hopefully we get to hold this for up to 118K, maybe even more. I mean, could this be maybe the bottom before new highs? I mean, if we move to take profit up there, it would be even juicier, wouldn't it? Look at that, 2K up there. I think 118K is nice. That would be nice. There's 800K in the unstaking queue currently. Really? How long does it take to unstake? How long does it take to unstake it? Only got my left kidney to use for margin, should I? Well, to be fair, RN, not in my words, in Saylor's words, he said, sell an organ, was it? Or sell a kidney and buy Bitcoin? I can't remember when he said that, but he did say it, didn't he? He said, sell an organ or sell a kidney to buy Bitcoin. Not my words. 15 days. Wow. Why is that? Why? Why does it take so long? That's shocking, that, isn't it? Like, you should be able to just unstake it straight away. Like, why does it take so long? I couldn't do that, mate. I mean, don't get me wrong. Had you have locked ETH up for the past couple of years, obviously, you know, you would have accrued a decent amount of interest, wouldn't you? Especially if you had a stack of it. But 2 weeks, just, yeah, it don't make sense. Damn, that Sailor is hard. Yeah, seems like a guy who really likes Bitcoin, doesn't he? Validators can't keep up with the transaction authorization. Volume is too high. Hey, I tell you what are ETH fees like? I haven't looked. Have they started to spike it like really high again? Oh, there's gas tracker. Hang on. No? Everything's so low, isn't it? That's weird considering where the price was. Like, when the price was this high in 2021, obviously because of the NFT craze as well. Like, my God, the market, the network was, I remember paying like $100, like maybe even more. I remember seeing sometimes it was like $300-400 to do a transaction. That is incredible, isn't it? It's incredibly low for ETH anyway. Like, obviously compared to Solana and stuff, it's still quite high, but you would take that all day for ETH being at 4.3K. That is wild, isn't it? I wonder why it's so low. Maybe because NFTs haven't really made a comeback. Is ETH on-chain usage? Like, is it ETH on-chain volume maybe? Still low? You can probably unstake quicker, but you would be penalized more. Yeah. Didn't they have a network upgrade to make things faster and cheaper since last year? And NFTs and IDOs did it last time. Yeah, I remember NFTs did, but just in general, obviously swapping on chain was as well, weren't it? They did do something, but to my understanding, obviously it was what was it now? It was called, and it was going to make it. But to my understanding, I didn't think gas fees were going to come down that much until they put in proto-dank sharding, which is obviously where they could split the network and then actually make it scalable like Solana and others, where you get like these super low fees. But I mean, that is remarkable. Yeah, hats off to them. That is fantastic. So yeah, you can't complain, can you? Maybe that thing that they did do had a good effect. Yeah, I thought it was only really when sharding was coming in, but yeah, I mean, either that or maybe just on-chain usage still isn't there for the main net, which is fine, isn't it, considering where the price is. The Denkum, Denk. I think it was called Denkum. I think. Yeah, and L2's obviously base has obviously got a lot of usage on it. Arbitrum. I don't think Polygon really has much usage anymore, does it, compared to the others? Could be wrong. OP and others as well. Yeah, I suppose obviously having them as well. I mean, we had them last cycle, didn't we? But I suppose not to kind of the same effect. Yeah. I think base is probably a huge one, and I think Arbitrum does a lot of volume, though, doesn't it too? Arbitrum does a huge amount. Because Arbitrum has a lot to do with Hyperliquid, doesn't it? Pushing up nicely, though. Pushing up nicely. It's a nice... I mean, that in itself is a nice hourly candle there. Obviously, big, long, lower wick. Small body, shows indecision in the market. And then, obviously, if we can get a nice hourly candle here, potentially we could have ourselves a nice outlook. Right, we've got Powell speaking in 7 minutes, so I'm just going to run the toilet again quickly, and then we'll be back for it. Right. We got Bitcoin falling off a little bit again. Not much, but Bravo, ZK, base, scroll, blast as well. Too many, really, I think. Too many, isn't there? You don't need all of them. Start, yeah, you don't need all of them. But we've got 4 minutes to go until Powell starts speaking. So let's see. I don't know how long he's on for. I assume probably like, considering he's just doing a speech, there's no Q&A. I would estimate, I mean, 15-20 minutes is a really long time to do just a speech straight on, and maybe it's around that time. But Can't remember last year how long he was on for. Let's see. Yeah, the S&P pushed up nicely, coming down a little bit. I think maybe getting a bit of nervousness going into this. Again, I still don't know why. It's my belief that this will just be a nothing burger. I don't understand the nervousness, but I have a question about Stonksy. Do the bands also expand with price? The channels, yeah. So the channels just the channels follow price, yeah. But they're not Bollinger Bands. So they're not Bollinger Bands that like kind of contract like majorly. But yeah, they do. As you can see here, obviously, when prices even, you know, this was being walked down slowly, weren't it? But it wasn't very volatile. Obviously, the channels are closer in, where when you get volatility, yeah, they do expand. As you can see here. But yeah, so they do broaden and narrow based on volatility, but they aren't Bollinger Bands. They're different to them. I know, that's a beer, my friend. How we doing, Jeff? Great to see you, mate. How are you? Welcome to the show. Great to see you. How are things? But yeah, we obviously we look for, you know, if you're looking on any time frame, but if you look on the hourly, obviously when it gets close to the extremity of the inner channel, up or down, or, you know, even pops out into the outer channel, that's when we start looking for a reversal. As you can see, the times recently where we've had it, you know, we've had it here, haven't we? Bang, there we go, snap back. Had it here, bang, snap back. We've had it here, snap back. Here, snap back. Yeah, I love the channels. I think they're superb. I use them every day. I use the channels every day. Space Cat. Well, I am back. Long stream today. Yeah, well, we come into the stream a bit later. Oh, there we go. Getting full send now as Powell starts speaking. I did think that maybe this would happen, given the fact that the markets had sold off all into the speech, that we might just front run. Oh, what is happening? Oh, look at that candle on the S&P there. Good Jesus. Did we also have a piece of data at 3 o'clock, or is that just completely going nutty? Look at that. Come on then. Come on, Bitcoin. There we go. Look at that. Yes, please. Yeah, maybe the markets were literally just fucking with everyone and just selling off into the event, and then obviously just being like full teleport mode as soon as the market opened, as soon as Powell started speaking. I mean, look at that. Whoa, what a candle. It's been ages since we saw an upside candle like that on Bitcoin, isn't it? Come on then. Nearly 100% P&L on this trade already. Wow. Come on then. There we go. Nice candle indeed, yeah. Front running the Powell nothing burger. Look at the S&P. My God, look at that. Jesus. That is you know how much money that takes to move the S&P like that in 1 hour, in a 1 hour candle. Never mind like a 1 minute one. My God. Now, hopefully we don't retrace that.
Jay Powell has you by...
Oh, there we go. Shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting policy. Oh, he's coming in dovish. Powell's coming in dovish. There we go. He's basically said that there'll probably be a rate cut in September. There's a chance that there's a rate cut in September. Oh, there we go, baby. Oh, shorts just got absolutely blew out the water, didn't they? You're going to stream the speech? No, I don't know where to find it, to be honest. I didn't even look, Jeff. I mean, we don't really need to see the rest of the speech now. That's all the markets needed. That's all the markets needed, weren't it? Bloody hell, we could have one major candle on Bitcoin coming today, you know, potentially. I mean, look at the S&P. Jesus Christ. I mean, basically what he's done there is quote-unquote confirmed rate cuts, hasn't it? Basically. But we should rally into the FOMC now. I mean, look at this. Oh, can you imagine one giga candle all the way up to there? Oh, please. Oh, my God. What a candle. Shorts just got absolutely torn a new arse there. Wow. That is incredible. What a move. What a move. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a move. What a candle. What an entry. Oh, can you believe that I actually had the bottom tick on that? I would have actually got an entry on the bottom wick. I mean, you'd take that all day long, wouldn't you? You'd take that all day long. We're coming after these lower highs now. We should come after these lower highs. I don't know whether to adjust it though. Like, I think maybe we could retrace this candle. I have this 60. Jeff, you'll be loving this. It's 65x, mate. 65x entry of just below 112k. Wow. I don't know whether to close it or not. No, I don't know whether we could just drop all the way back down. Could we retrace this, do you think? I think there's maybe room for us to retrace this or not. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I typically don't like news pumps, to be honest. I typically don't like news pumps, but I kind of don't want to give up my entry. I kind of don't want to give up my entry. I might just move my stop. To be fair, I could just move my stop to break even now. And just be kind of risk off, couldn't I? I've just got like a risk-free potential bottom entry there now. I mean, we could have a gnarly daily candle coming today. We could have a wild daily candle. I mean, look at this. This is honestly, shorts are just being absolutely obliterated here, aren't they? Wow. Whoa! What a pump. It's a good job I stayed on for this. Yeah, no, I'm getting a bit excited here, to be honest. I am getting a bit excited. But I mean, wow. If this can squeeze up to about 116 in this hourly candle, that is getting closed. Bloody hell. I want it to just keep... We have took that liquidity now above there. We took that liquidity above the most recent lower high. So I am kind of in favour of closing this now and maybe getting a re-entry on the test of that. I would love it to just carry on now to the next one. I would love it to just carry on towards 116. That's just been being probably greedy though. Go on. Oh, go on then. Go on. Go on. Send it to, go on. Send it to 116. Go on. Give it 116 on this candle. My God. Yeah, what is ETH doing? Bloody hell, 6%. Wow. I'm keen to watch this though, because if this can squeeze anywhere close to 116, then it's getting closed. Go on. Shorts are getting absolutely annihilated here. Like, honestly, shorts are getting absolutely annihilated. Oh, go on. Go on. Give 116k. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give 116k and we'll close it. I think because we're starting to sweep like key levels, I don't know like if it will just carry on, but I mean, if I can get 116k, if I can get towards about 750, I will just close it then. Go into the weekend. Maybe that's just me being greedy though. Am I just being greedy? Yeah. What? I was going to say, what the bloody hell happened there? I've just closed it. I mean, to be fair, I might have had the bottom entry and maybe we go up, but with a candle like that, I just don't never trust that it's not going to retrace. Either way, we just got a massive monster trade there. Yeah, I think that is just a huge liquidation. That is just like a huge liquidation cascade. I mean, we've just ran all this. We've took out the most recent lower high. If we come back down for some rationale, maybe if we retrace down towards here, maybe I'll be looking to play it again over the weekend. Maybe we just fully teleport, but I mean, on an hourly candle like that, we could easily retrace like 3/4 of it back down, couldn't we? So I will look to potentially enter again, but I'll post the P&L chart in the Discord. Let's see. What a move. I'm very happy with that. The P&L was, I've just posted it in the Discord. So the P&L was 173.46%. 173.46%. So on the margin I was using, I did post it in in the Discord this morning saying I was looking for a sweep of the August low. After fees, my realised P&L was $532 on this account. Yeah, wow. So I will be looking for a retrace now. I will probably enter again if we get it. Because, I mean, yeah, to be fair, we could just carry on. We could just carry on, couldn't we? But I would maybe look for, I don't even know where I'd look to re-enter, to be honest. I have no idea. I'll probably just see where price comes down to. But I won't be in a rush to re-enter now over the weekend. If it starts going up without me, then that's fine, because I've made back some losses I took this week and profited as well. So yeah, I won't be too fussed. You did 1,085. Bro, just got back and I see this giant fucking candles, Jessica. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if I would have let my bid trigger down here? That would have been glorious, wouldn't it? The thing is, what you'll have here is you probably have people trying to short it or short covering, which may see it squeeze higher. We'll probably have that where obviously shorts are just getting completely blown out now, and then it'll probably squeeze maybe a bit higher. But I think naturally at some point it will retrace back down as people take profits. I'm very happy with that. I'm over the moon with that trade. That's put me in a really good mood. Really good mood. So, yeah, I mean, if we go up higher from here, I love to see it. Maybe I should have left like 20% open. Maybe I should have left like 20% open in hindsight. But it doesn't really matter. And there we go. I mean, we don't really... Sean's very happy. I mean, yeah, there'll be a lot of happy people. Remember, just remember though, obviously try and keep a level head. Think about maybe what's obviously next. I don't know what's next. We could carry on, we could retrace a bit and then go again. Yeah, I have no idea. I've taken my profits off the table, but we could see, we could just squeeze for the rest of the day, couldn't we? We could just squeeze for the rest of the day. I mean, look at the S&P. The S&P is basically 1 hourly candle nearly to all-time high, which is just insane. Like, the amount of money that takes to send it there is wild. The Bitcoin's really squeezing now. Yeah, Bitcoin is really squeezing. Look at that. Oh. Wow. There we go. Look at ETH. Strong, yeah, very strong. Well, the thing is, it's been heavily shorted, hasn't it? It's been heavily shorted for like 8 days now. Oh, look at that. It's even higher than when it's like $500 higher than when I exited. It's been shorted for like 8 days, so there's just a big buildup of like short liquidity. Oh my god, it's up 9%. Jesus Christ. Wow. Look at ETH. My God. In one candle, it's nearly back at its high. That is utterly insane. The S&P 500 is just nutty. Let's go and have a look at the Mag 7. Look at Tesla. Tesla's up 5%. That is a crazy hourly. When was the last time we saw an hourly candle like that? I mean, ETH is just a joke, innit? That is just a joke on ETH. Is anyone tempted to try and just take the flip side now? ETH is going nuts. I know, yeah. Literally. Is anyone tempted to try and say, oh, look at that. Oh, Bitcoin would have actually been, I said, didn't I? 116k. Oh, well. Beggars can't be choosers. It would have been like an extra $150 maybe. But I mean, yeah. I'll take that win all day. I mean, yeah, this is absolutely nuts now. We've just got these lower. Look at these. We've mapped these lower highs out, haven't we? We've mapped these lower highs out the whole time. Do you know what I probably should have done? I probably should have put like 80% off, and then re-added some to bring my entry up, and just put the entry at like break even. That's probably what I should have done. Oh well. I'm not sleeping. I'm not stepping in front of the train yet. This is mint, yeah. Just remember though, obviously remember, not financial advice. Not financial advice. But just remember, in times of euphoria, that's obviously when you kind of forget to pay yourself. Like I've already closed my trade out, haven't I? Again, not telling you to do anything and not telling you to close yours. But just remember, obviously, in times of euphoria like this, you can often forget to pay yourself. Especially, obviously, if that turns, if that's kind of maybe the top of this move and then we drift down now. Because now we've had that, it's almost probably confirmed, isn't it, that we're having rate cuts in September. So now the market needs to decide if it's going to pump into the... Look at that, it's now back up to 89%. The market's going to decide if it's going to pump into it, or if it's going to... or what it's going to do. But I'd be interested in longing Bitcoin again if it came in anywhere in and around 113k. I would be going a lot less on the leverage, and obviously my stock would be kind of below the low, and I'd be looking obviously to take a trade then. Yeah, I mean, what a move! What a move! The fact that we watched that on stream as well was wild. Yeah, I mean, that is fascinating. Fascinating. I got a good feeling now. I made some cash. Yeah, good, mate, good. The thing is, it's the weekend, isn't it? The weekend, so you can kind of go and enjoy it now. I mean, really, you look at it. I would love to have a little stab at a short. I'm not going to lie. I would love to have a little stab at a short. Maybe we have a little. Maybe we have a little one. maybe we have a little one. And when I mean little, I mean little. I'm putting the leverage right down again now. I don't know. Let's see. Kind of come down on it. Yeah, it's not even worth it, really. Should have shorted it when it came into this block here. Shorted when it came into that block. 115.5. If it gets a second wind, I might look to have a stab, but yeah, I don't think I'll be doing anything going into the weekend now. That was mental. That was absolutely mental. It could drift all the way down now. We genuinely could drift all the way back down. I wish I'd shorted. I wish I'd shorted there. But we paid ourselves, and what an end to the week! What an end to the week! I don't know what I'll be looking for now. I don't know whether I'll be looking to relong. I mean, I would love to relong around 113k if offered, but I don't know. Yeah, we've got to enjoy it. I mean, it's Friday, the weekend's here. We've just got a great trade on. Bitcoin's pumped majorly. Oh yeah. News pumps always retrace completely. Yeah, I'd love it to just give one more pop. If it could give one more pop, I would love to have a stab at a short. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. I don't know where, but if it gets kind of anywhere back in and around here, I would love to have a stab at it going into the weekend. Because yeah, you are right. You typically do, and especially the thing is, it's not just Bitcoin you want to look at. You want to look at the S&P, because if this obviously starts filling this candle, it's going to drag Bitcoin back down with it. But yeah, big thank you to everyone that's joined. Absolute legends. That was a great way to finish off the week, and what a thing to watch on stream. I hope you made some money for that. And yeah, I'm just reminiscing of that bottom tick. That order I had in down here, that would have triggered. That would have been legendary. But either way, it was a legendary trade anyway. So yeah, hope you have a great weekend. Hope you made some money. If not, jump in the Stonksy Discord, because I did put in actually this morning. I'll tell you what time. I put in this morning at 22:11 saying I want to see the low of early August taken out ideally, which was obviously just around 111.8. So plenty of alpha coming in the CSE Discord, of course. Sorry, the Stonksy Discord, that's the Stonksy Discord, not the CSE Discord. The Stonksy Discord, I put that in. But yeah, have a great weekend. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you on Sunday for the weekly roundup. And yeah, until then, obviously, if you're in the Stonksy Discord, I'll see you in there. But let's see what we get. Are we going to go higher? Are we going to retrace? Who knows? But we've had a great week. So yeah, ciao for now, my friends.